I am so excited for the next project that James and I will be working on. I've really wanted this done in the kitchen for a long time and we're just now getting around to it. But anyway, we are starting the backsplash in the kitchen, which will pretty much finish up the kitchen. So I went to Lowe's today and bought all of the mortar and the mastic and the grout and the tile spacers and all of the supplies that we need. So as soon as I get home, we're gonna eat lunch and get started on it. Ran the plumbing for my pot filler that's going to go here. So it starts under here. That is where the piping is, and it goes through the wall and comes up, and you put it and it comes out through here. And this is what's going to go on it. And it has an arm that reaches out. This is hard to do while I'm holding this. Anyway, but this reaches out and it's a pot filler. And so when I'm cooking, I can get water out of that spigot to put in my pots. Babe,
Yeah.
what are you working on?
I'm gonna start drawing the design on this so we can figure out. Oh, there it is.
Okay, so he's gonna start drawing the herringbone. I don't know if it's herringbone or herringbone.
Herringbone.
Okay, the herringbone style that's gonna go in that. So that's what he's working on. And the boys, what are you boys doing?
I'm eating treats.
You're eating treats?
Yeah.
I'm watching The Grinch.
Yeah.
Just got the first two pieces up, and hopefully it goes fast tonight because James is putting everything up and I'm being the cutter. Having two people when doing stonework is much, much faster. I have my jacket on backwards because this thing sprays water when you cut. So I have it on backwards so that all the water gets on the sweatshirt instead of on me.
Smart.
It was your idea, babe.
Real smart.
I look funny. We gotta make sure that everything goes up completely straight. So we're using our laser level to draw lines to kind of guide us. Please ignore the kids in the background. They're playing per usual. And this is the stuff that we use instead of mortar. It is so much easier to work with and you never have to mix it because it comes pre-mixed. Put it on just like butter.
Very difficult design.
It is, but I like it. What size spacers did we buy?
1/8 inch.
Okay. We got it done. Man, it looks great. I love that herringbone style here. Turned out really good. It was a lot of cuts, but we got it done. And how long did it take us, babe?
About an hour.
About an hour. That's not bad. Yeah, maybe a little more. Maybe like an hour and 15. But anyway, I like it. All right, babe. What are we working on now?
Gonna work on the rest of this backsplash.
Oh gosh, it's gonna take a while. Who's your cutter gonna be?
You.
Yay.
Teamwork.
So we decided to start right here behind the sink. So that's the part we're working on. Kids are eating lunch. Back at it again today. This is what we got finished the other day. All the backsplash behind the sink. And now we are going to start heading over to that wall.
We're gonna start back on the tile today. And it's real bright, there we go. So we're gonna start working our way all the way across. Hopefully we'll have it all up by the end of the day. It is already 3:20 though, so.
I just got home and look at this progress. Holy cow. James only has that bit over there to finish. That looks fantastic. Putting up the last piece of tile in the kitchen. How excited are you about that, babe?
Pretty excited.
Looks good. So we got all of this done. We are now finished putting up the backsplash. Now, of course, we do still have to grout everything, but I'm loving what it looks like so far. It was a lot of towel to put up, but it looks really good. We are finally starting our least favorite part of tiling, the stinking grout. It just takes forever, especially with travertine tile, because it's a natural stone, so it's very porous, as you can see. So there's lots of holes to fill in, so it just takes forever, but we are starting that part now. Just got this side finished. How long did that take us? About 45 minutes?
Probably.
Okay, 45 minutes to do this section. So it's done, and you can see where a lot of the holes are. There's now grout in. The color of grout that we use for this is biscuit. Sorry, the kids are watching a movie in the background, but that's done. Now we're gonna start behind the sink, and I have to go rinse out the buckets. I just got this bucket rinsed out with new water, and now I need to go rinse this bucket out. I absolutely hate doing this part when we're grouting, but we have to. You gotta rinse out that bucket every time that it gets pretty hazy. Otherwise your tile will not have a shiny finished look. It'll look very hazy. So you gotta rinse out the bucket and the sponge like 20 or 30 times with each grouting project. Now we are starting the backsplash behind the sink here, putting the grout in. When we put on our grout, we actually prefer just to use our hands. I know a lot of people use, what's that thing called?
A grout float.
A grout float to put it on, which looks kind of like a trowel, but I don't like to use that. I think it's easier, especially with natural stone, just to use your hands, because then you can easily push it into all the crevices and nooks and crannies. So that's why I wear gloves this time though, because previously when we've done grouting projects, I have not put gloves on and my hands get so raw from rubbing all the sanded grout, because we do use sanded grout, and it just hurts. So I put gloves on this time and it was much better. So I'm gonna do that from now on. finished with all of this, over to that corner there. So now we just need to finish this last part of the kitchen. Everything you see here, over to the oven. Now, you will notice if you look closely, there are some gaps down here. That's okay, because we have to put caulk along the bottom of everything. So those gaps don't matter, because it's going to get filled in with caulk. Got it done. All of the grouting is finished. It looks so good. Now, we do still have to wait for it to dry. I'm not sure how long, maybe a day or two. And then James will have to seal everything again, because you have to seal it before you grout and after. And then he'll have to put the caulk down in this crevice. I'm not sure if that happens before or after we seal the final time. But after that, it'll be completely done. Walking back to the house at night after taking the trash cans up to the end of the driveway just brings me so much joy. It's beautiful. And watching the kids ride their bikes on the porch is just the cutest thing. They're out here having a lot of fun tonight, riding their bikes, playing kickball, and everything. I love having this wraparound porch because even though it's really muddy outside because it rained for 10 hours today, they can still go outside and play, and they're completely dry, and they don't get muddy. I love it. It is Thanksgiving morning, so I'm cooking some stuff for Thanksgiving, but James is putting in my pot filler. He just took this and marked the holes, and now he's drilling through the tile to put the holes in. This here is the pot filler that we bought. And James has it over here. Looks like this. And we're gonna install it there. Backsplash is officially finished. It's been a few days, so you can see that it's much lighter where the grout is, just because the grout finally dried and it's the light biscuit color that we wanted. So it is finished. We did have to actually take the pot filler off because we had a small issue with it, so James is gonna get that fixed later, but for now, it is done. Looks great. And then over here, all of this is also finished. I do really like how light that it turned out. It has a nice contrast to the dark cabinets. And this is what it looks like up close. I like it. It's very textured, porous, natural looking stone. I really like this type of stone. So I'm happy with how it turned out. And the sealer that we used to seal it was this right here. And that's pretty much what we've used on everything that we've sealed. Plus, I also have a few Christmas decorations up now because it's Christmas time. But anyway, there is the kitchen backsplash. It's done.